Hey YouTubers, this your boy Amari Points here. As we approach the end of 2022, it's that time of year to reveal my top 10 movies of 2022. Starting off at number 10 is Lyle Lyle Crocodile. And honestly, I was actually surprised by this movie because I didn't expect to like it this much. Even though it's a family movie, I still heard Shawn Mendes as Lyle, and he really can sing. What else everyone should love about this movie is, again, it's a family movie that everyone is gonna love. And hear Shawn Mendes sing his heart out, and seeing Lyle bond with a young boy who honestly is practically scared of everything. But Lyle helps him break out of his shell, and he helps the rest of this boy's family. So it makes me hope that we are going to get a sequel for this. I'm praying that we do, because if Shawn Mendes comes back as Lyle, I will be very happy about that. And this movie really proved to everybody that if you continue to break out of your shell, you never know what kind of stuff you can achieve. And this is why it's my number 10. Unfortunately, it didn't make the top 5, but still, this is a fun family movie, like I said before, that everyone is going to have fun with and start sing along with Lyle. I know I did when I first saw it. And at number 9 is Puss and Boots: The Last Wish. I know what you're thinking, Amari. Why is this at your number 9? You gave it a good rating, but I did like it. Don't get me wrong, but it's not really up there. But still though, guys, this was a fun family film. Antonio Banderas as Puss in Boots. We seen him make his debut in Shrek 2, and in this second movie that he stars in, and it was phenomenal. It just gave a wonderful message that if you only have one life, you have to live it, like in Soul. You only got one life to live. You gotta make sure it counts. And Puss goes on this crazy adventure to get all his 9 lives back, and he gets a little help from Kitty Softpaws and his new friend Pedro to help him along his journey. I actually was not really surprised by this movie either. It was fun, it was funny, and we get to see like a wolf that's chasing after Puss in a way. But still, guys, this was a family movie that everyone is going to enjoy. It's rated PG-13 though, because there's a lot of swearing in it, and I recommend covering your kids' ears because they don't want to hear all the swearing. Some of the swear words in it. I didn't expect them to rate it PG-13. It's still a fun movie for the kids though, and the adults. You will have a blast seeing this character race against time to get to that wishing star along with his friends, and see that he really didn't need a wishing star, because he has a life that he has that one life that he realizes that he has to live it to the fullest. That's what I believe. But and again, I can't talk today, sorry guys. And again, this actually made my list because I enjoyed it. Like I said before, it was fun and really entertaining. Coming in at number 8, guys, is Black Adam, that stars The Rock. I don't understand why everyone is giving this movie so much hate. The Rock did fantastic as Black Adam. He did a fantastic job preparing for this role for the past 15 years. And seeing him put all this hard work and effort into this movie was really worth it. And we get to see more of his origin story in the movie as well. How he became Black Adam, and how he is just doing what he's doing, and why he is going doing what he's doing now. Let's yes, but all sorry. All in all, this movie made my list because I love anything with The Rock in it, even if it's bad. And Black Adam was entertaining and fun to watch. I really am looking forward to seeing what the future holds for this character, even though we're not going to get a sequel. Who's to say he could come back in future DC EU movies? Only time will tell what will happen. We never know. And at number 7 is DC League of Super Pets. I can actually say this. It was a fun, entertaining movie to watch this year. Seeing all of the Justice League's pets team up to fight this one evil pet that is a tiny gerbil guinea pig, I believe, played by Kate McKinnon. They come together to save the world when the Justice League can't, because it's kind of a pet thing. And and Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Kevin Hart, they got good chemistry. They've been friends for almost a decade now. And seeing these two in this animated movie really bringing out their good chemistry together proves that they are a really good team. And the rest of the team and the rest of the Super Pets, they were phenomenal too. I was legit laughing at all the scenes they were in and just having a fun time with it because it's DC. If you're a superhero fan, you will love this one. And trust me, when you watch this movie, you will not be disappointed. And be sure to check out my review on this movie too and hear my thoughts on it. And coming in at number 6 is Lightyear. This one, for sure, I loved because it tells the origin story of Buzz Lightyear and it shows us why Andy, the little boy we see from Toy Story, wanted a Buzz Lightyear action figure. And Chris Evans delivered as Buzz Lightyear. He really did, considering we seen him as Captain America in the MCU. But he takes a turn. He takes a turn and plays this great Toy Story character that we all know and love, along with Keke Palmer, Taika, and the rest of the cast. It was just fun. This movie was fun and action-packed. I never expected Pixar to deliver like they did with this movie. And let me tell you, seeing Chris Evans play Buzz Lightyear was perfect. I was blown away and fully surprised on how much Chris really brought into this character. And seeing the origin story of Buzz Lightyear was perfect and everything. Trust me, I'm glad this made my top 10 movies too. Because who knows? We might get more origin stories from the other Toy Story characters. We never know. You never know. But still, this movie was action-packed, fun, and entertaining too. And that's why it made my top 10. And everyone who wants to go see this will definitely have a fun time seeing this. And we're finally at my top 5, guys. Wow. We're at my top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Thor: Love and Thunder. So basically this is telling the story of Thor: Love and Thunder. Of Thor, what he has been doing since Avengers Endgame. He's been traveling with them, helping them save the galaxy. But when New Asgard is threatened by Gore the God Butcher, who threatens to kill all the gods, he goes back to New Asgard and he sees the mighty Thor, who is played by Natalie Portman, and aka who is Jane Foster, Thor's ex-girlfriend. And let me tell you, this was one heck of a ride. I honestly enjoyed this movie. I don't really see why everyone else hated it. I get Taika Waititi has had a few ups and downs, but this one though, was perfect. It was a good way to really see Thor and Jane reconnect, and they really brought a lot of stuff from the Mighty Thor comic into Thor: Love and Thunder. Like, for example, Jane has cancer, and as most of you know, if you all have seen Thor: Love and Thunder, if she kept on using her Thor powers, she would likely die. And let me tell you, this was kind of like a turn of events for this movie. For this movie, I honestly was crying at the ending. It was really emotional and funny and entertaining as well. Russell Crowe as Zeus and Christian Bale as Gore, and the rest of the cast themselves were perfect. I was actually surprised to see how well they were going to do in this movie, and it was great. And Chris Hemsworth and the rest of his family were in this movie, so they're starting out big. And the post-credit scene itself is going to link up to a possible Thor 5. I'm hoping. I'm hoping we do get a Thor 5. But still, this was fun. Chris Hemsworth as Thor, he delivers. He delivers. Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie. She was a badass as always. We've seen her in the third Thor movie. And it's kind of a change of pace for Thor. And everything that he's been through throughout the years. We also get to see like the backstory of why Thor and Jane broke up in the first place. I can't tell you how, because if you haven't seen this movie yet, definitely go check it out. And again, this movie made my top 10 movies because I really did enjoy it so much, and it was fun. Really fun. And coming in at number 4 is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Actually, we finally get introduced to the multiverse in this movie. We did get introduced to it in Spider-Man No Way Home in a way, but this one we really got in really inner depth to it. And guess what? The main villain was Wanda Maximoff, aka Scarlet Witch, which was kind of a turn of events. We didn't expect her to be the main villain of this movie, but she really delivered. Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda, she really delivered, and we see why she's doing what she's doing. And we also get to introduce to America Chavez, who's kind of like a multiverse traveler, and she really is perfect. And I'm looking forward to seeing her in future MCU projects too, because she is a talented young girl who's just trying to control her powers. And all in all, we really got in depth with the multiverse saga in this movie, especially knowing we got to see a bunch of interesting characters in this movie that are from other universes and many more. I was blown away by this movie and how Sam Raimi really took his own twist on this movie. And Benedict Wong as Wong, he delivers too, along with Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm looking forward to seeing these two pair up again, hopefully in another Doctor Strange movie. I can't wait for that to happen. And we're finally at my top 3, guys. Wow. Coming in at my number 3 is The Batman, that came out this year. And wow, I was actually so surprised by this one. It was fun, epic, and had a few horror moments to it, like with Robert Pattinson as Bruce, aka the Batman, saying "I am vengeance." That was really awesome, and everything, along with the rest of the characters of this movie as the Penguin and Catwoman. We really got to see more of each character and seeing what role they played in this movie. Every single character had their own role, and it was kind of like their own story was being revealed in a way. So that was kind of shocking. That was pretty cool too. Not shocking, but still cool. Robert Pattinson really delivered as Batman, and who knows where he might appear next. Anything is possible, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens for his Batman. We we can only hope that he gets really good roles in the future DC films. Only time will tell what will happen. And coming in at number 2 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. We get introduced to 2 characters actually. Miles Tails Prower, aka Tails, and Knuckles the Echidna, who is literally duped by Dr. Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman. And we see them go on this quest to find a certain emerald, if you may, the Master Emerald, and it's a race. It's a race to get to it, and seeing that every single character is after it. Every single character that is in this movie from Sonic's world is after it. That was pretty epic, and seeing Eggman come back, that was phenomenal too. I honestly was blown away. That movie for me this year, it really brought so much nostalgia from when I played Sonic as a kid, Sonic the Hedgehog video games as a kid, and I was actually so happy. I was so happy to actually see this movie. I'm looking forward to the third movie, especially after seeing the post-credit scene for this movie. When you honestly see the post-credit scene, you are going to see a familiar character. I don't want to spoil it for anyone because I know there are people who haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2 yet. But when you watch the post-credit scene for this movie, I can guarantee it's going to make you really hyped for the third movie. That's all I can say. And seeing Sonic adjust to his new family is just really, really heartwarming too, because he is just trying to live his best life along with his family and see and do all he can just to be a normal hedgehog that runs fast. That's all I can say at the moment. And coming in at number 1, finally guys, at my number 1 is Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So yes, this movie really paid tribute to Chadwick Boseman's legacy. And I was actually crying. This movie was emotional, and we get to see Namor introduced, the guy that lives under the ocean, as most of you already know. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing him in future MCU projects too, because it seems like his character has a lot to do in the MCU. But all in all, we see Latita, Wright, everybody, Angela Bassett, everyone had good roles to play in this movie, and everyone was still grieving over T'Challa's death, and they're trying to find a way to move on and see what they can do for the future of Wakanda. But still, sorry if I keep on using the word, but still, this was an action-packed movie. It was emotional, and everyone had roles to play, knowing that they're trying to move on and trying to build up a new legacy for Wakanda. Every single moment in this movie will have you crying, it will make you cheer, and many other things. I really love this movie, and I'm glad this made my top 10 movies of 2022. This is going to be one of those movies that you'll literally want to check out and have a fun time and pay tribute to Chadwick Boseman as well. And trust me, I was crying when I first saw this movie on a bunch of scenes, and this movie was definitely a good tribute to Chadwick and his legacy as the Black Panther too. And that's it for my top 10 movies of 2022. Don't forget to like, Comment down below on your top 10 movies of this year. And subscribe and share with everyone you know. And press the little notification bell at the bottom of my video to get notified when my next movie reviews / top 10 movies are going to be. I will see you guys soon. Take care. God bless and have a happy new year. Peace.